Hello, hello. Welcome to a Woman's Experience podcast. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Let me know you are here in the comments. Let me know you have joined this live tonight. We're going to talk about some stuff, and you definitely want to make sure that you share. Give me a second. Let me share. You want to make sure you share and let everyone know that we are up here tonight. I got something I want to talk about, and I promise you're going to want to make sure. Hey, hello, hello. Hey, how y'all doing? Wait a minute. Let me get where I can see who talking to me. Hey, hello, hello. Hey, how y'all doing? Make sure you share. Give me a moment. Let me make sure I share it out. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Make sure y'all share because listen, I want to talk about some stuff tonight and I'm gonna need you with me to talk about it because it's gonna get a little I ain't gonna say it's gonna get really real, but it's gonna be definitely interesting. I definitely want to get y'all input on how you feel about a certain situation that I came across. And I was just like, yo, let me go on my podcast and talk about it with the ladies tonight. All right. Once you shared, let me know you shared in the comments. Hello, everybody that is joining. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you guys. Hold on. Trying to multitask here. All right. How y'all been? It's been a minute. I've been doing the affirmations with y'all, but it's been definitely a minute since I got up here. And there we go. I can see who it is. Hey, Heather. Hey, Janice. It's definitely been a minute since I have gotten up here, and we just been able to chat about some things. Thank you for joining. Make sure you share. Make sure you let me know you're here. How y'all doing? Yeah, we're doing some evening chat today. All right. It is what, Tuesday? It's been kind of busy for me. How has it been for you? How are the kids doing back to school? If they at this point they've gotten their 9 weeks, no, 6 weeks. Well, progress reports. They got progress reports, so they definitely are getting used to everything. All right. If you are watching me from YouTube, hello. If you are watching me from Facebook, hello to you. Um, Make sure you get in here, get in here, get in here. Hello. Hello. All right, let's get into it. I want to talk about something tonight that I have been thinking about it and I've been thinking about it and I said I wanted to share with the ladies. And let me tell you, this is a real topic. This is a really real topic. Give me one moment. Let me tap in, tap in. I'm here, y'all. I promise I'm coming. I promise. And I promise you it's gonna be interesting tonight. Okay. So, how are you guys? Let's talk about it. How are you guys liking the affirmations in the morning? Are you digging it? Mm. Hey, there you are. I see you. I see you. Thank you for joining. All right. Thank you, love. Thank you, Hete. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Listen, I'm about to get on into it. All right. I'm about to get on into it. Who if you are here, make sure you share. If you are on YouTube, make sure you share the link. Let somebody know that we about to have this real conversation tonight. It is about to be yeah, I know y'all gonna come for me tonight because yeah. But make sure you share. Thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. So there was this topic that came across my page, and I realized that there was a whole bunch of levels to this topic. There was a whole bunch of there was so many places you can go with it. Um, it was really real, really, really, really real. And so the topic I want to talk about is this. I saw a mom come across my social media, and she had a whole spiel about how she does not like her. She don't think she like her 8 year old. Hey, Sophia. She doesn't think she likes her 8 year old. And I was like, whew. Mm, whew. And I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna read it to you. So I want y'all to tap in and let me know what you think about this mom's topic. That for one, she felt the need to share it on social media. That's my like, what is wrong with you? And then for two, um, the things that she said, you know what? Let's talk about it after I read it. Okay. So here's what she said. She said, the title of it was, I don't think I like my 8 year old. Now, this is a disclaimer. Anybody getting in here, this is not me. I don't even have an 8 year old. My youngest is 12, about to be 13. So don't get in here trying to come for me, thinking that Jamisi is talking about a child of her own, and I'm not. So don't do it. Okay. So she says, I'm a mother of two girls, age 5 and 8. I love them both because they are my children and love is easy. However, I don't feel a motherly bond with the older one. I would die for her if necessary or do anything for her. But I do not think that I like her as a person. Her younger sister and I feel like soulmates. I feel butterflies when I see my 5 year old. Everything about her makes me happy. Even when she disappoints me, I always want to show her affection and cuddle with her. However, I do not share the same feelings about my 8 year old. My 8 year old annoys me. She acts depressed most of the time, mopes around. She's hypersensitive. Um, she makes me feel like I have to walk on eggshells when speaking to her or correcting her. She's overly dramatic, just a sad fucking person. She's overly dramatic, sad fucking person. I do not enjoy her company. I do not like having casual conversation with her. I have tried, but I think that ship for a mother daughter bond has sailed with us. And I, of course, provide her basic needs, keep her fed, clean, help her with homework, keep her with well groomed, buy her gifts. She has a nice room. She isn't mistreated. I just simply do not like her. I sometimes envision our future and realize when she is older, we likely will drift as strangers. What are y'all thoughts on that? Because um, I am definitely bothered by it. There's definitely levels to it. In my opinion, I really think, whew, first I had to take a deep breath because for one, how could you know that your 8 year old is depressed and know she's moping around and she's hypersensitive and you know all these things about your child that you birthed, but you don't like her? How does that even work? Um, I'm a little taken back by the comment. I'm a little taken back by the comment um that she has about her child. Right, Hattie. There's definitely levels. Hattie says there's definitely levels to it because listen, she is a child. And how did she get depressed? And how are you having a problem with a child that you birth like that? Like for example, for me, I say I have 6 kids. Anybody that knows me personally knows I have 6 children. But if you don't, I have 6 kids. So I love my children in a major way. But I can't love them the same because they're totally different. I love them based off their individual personality of who they are. So you cannot compare your love for one child as it being the same for another because it's going to be totally different. All right. There's no way ever I'm going to say, let me go back to it. There's no way ever I'm going to say that my child is, here's what she says about her child. She's overly dramatic, just a sad fucking person. A 8 year old. You said this about an 8 year old. Yeah. Hattie says, I really hate that she is experiencing that. And I hope in the future her and her daughter will be able to have a genuine relationship regardless of the male or female, regardless, male or female, a child, their mother. Right. Like she's just at 8 years old, you have just thrown your child away as I give her basic needs. I mean, you overly had it describe all the things that you do for her, but how do you do it? Because clearly she knows that you love the 5 year old more than you love her, in my opinion. You gave straight butterfly kisses or whatever to the 5 year old. You said the 5 year old is your soulmate. You said the 5 year old, you cuddle with her, you love on her, you just, even if she disappoints you, there's not a way that she can disappoint you to a point where you just do not love her like that. How does that work? But then you describe the 8 year old who probably is still trying to adjust that the baby has come along when she was 3, and you giving her all this love and attention, and then just thrown her to the side, like she's a nobody. How can you say an 8 year old is hypersensitive? Why is it that an 8 year old is walking around depressed? Hante says their personality, their needs, you love your children individually, and I honestly get that. Yes. I'm not gonna respond to one of my children the same way I'm gonna respond to another because their needs are gonna be not the same. Their needs are different. So why would I sit here and where one child needs to have time to themselves and then I come to them later and we hold a conversation, they would appreciate that. The other child may need for me to be cuddly with them from the beginning and tell them it's going to be okay, and then later on have a conversation with them. It's not that I love them separately, it's just how I have to love my children. So But then I say, like I said before, with it being levels, hey Brianna, look at your pictures, cute. So with, like I say, how it's being levels, the comment that the mom gave and how she describes her 5-year-old and how her and her 8-year-old, it also lets me know the maturity level of the mom. It makes me question her age. And you know what? And to be honest, it don't even matter about her age, because it really just matters like, why? So is the dad around? Do you not like the baby because you don't like the dad? Do you not like the baby because she's not as needy as the 5-year-old is? And so now you just disconnected yourself from the baby? Like, why are you acting like an 8-year-old is your enemy in your house, something that you birthed? I don't understand. As I say, right, this is so sad. And at the end of the day, a child needs their absolutely. And she makes the comment at the end. She makes the comment at the end. She says, and sometimes I envision our future, talking about her and the 8-year-old. And she says, and realize when she is older, we likely will drift off as strangers. How, as a mother, you're going to have that type of vision of a relationship that you're going to have with your 8-year-old? You can't even get mad if she lash out and don't want to respect anything that you say to her, because she knows, children know, they are children, but they are persons who know. So why would you sit here and say that? So if you can get on social media, because again, this was something that came across my social media. So if you can get on social media and say how you don't like your 8-year-old, what have you been saying to that child in the house? And the things that you're saying to her in the house, you're wondering why she's depressed. You're wondering why she's hypersensitive. You're wondering why she dramatic. Like, how does that make sense, huh? How does that even make sense? Hey, 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 thank you for joining, Mika. So what does Hate say? Exactly. The parent didn't take any accountability to their child disassociate. She absolutely not. She got up here and said that my child is a sad fucking person. She got up here and said that she's dramatic, she's annoying, I don't have a relationship with her, she's hypersensitive. A 8-year-old. Who says that about an 8-year-old? Like, so I just want to find her house and just say, hey, I can take care of her. You want me to take her for a minute? Like, so when the child, with you knowing that your child is acting like this, what are you doing to change how she is in the home? If you know all these things are going on with her, what are you doing as a mother to make sure that she's okay? Hate says, yes, the mother is not on that maturity level. Um, she needs to be on as a parent. Absolutely. God bless. I wish she would get up here so I could talk to her and say, hey girl, hey. I mean, we will love on her, of course, but we need to have a conversation, because we need to know why you acting like a plum fool. You acting like a fool. You act like a damn fool to be acting like that this child is supposed to be. You're trying to make this child act as an adult. You holding this child responsible for things that they should not have to be responsible for. Because to be honest, the child that you say that you thinking you're going to have a great relationship with, she, you spoiling her. She not even going to know how to deal with life. So now she's going to have to the 8-year-old is really going to be the one that's going to be looking out for you. She said, is the dad around? I don't know. She didn't mention the dad at all. But how do you think this will play different if the dad was around? Does it, or would it make a difference? If the dad was around, maybe he would check her and tell her, don't be putting nothing up on social media like this about my children, type of thing. Because that's really, this child can possibly see this post one day in life. And you know, like, ooh, where's grandma? Where's grandma and granddaddy? Forget the dad. Where's grandma and granddaddy at to tell this girl, listen, why did you talk about my baby like this on social media? How can this child be productive in school or in she, you know, on the flip side, I say that she's going to be amazingly strong. She definitely going to know how to deal with life situations really after having to deal with a mom like this. Because regardless of the fact, yeah, mom may have some situations going on, but I don't really care. Because she came for this baby the way she did on social media. And I just really think it was absolutely wrong on all different types of levels. Hattie says, I wouldn't wish that on anyone to have that type of relationship with their child, especially an 8-year-old who is mentally still growing. And that's another thing that I previously talked about with minorities and mental health. The minorities' mental health, I don't know about y'all, but I had a grandma, well, not specifically, but I had the seasoned family members who would, you know, if you had something going on, they're just like, it's all right. Just shake it off, baby. Go lay down. Go take a nap. You'll be okay. But there's things that y'all really, us as people that we really need to deal with. So now you knowing that your child depressed, you knowing that all of these things going on, but you don't care because she's not being all cuddly and lovely dovely and acting like because you the mother that you supposed to be respected and regardless of how the child is being treated, you just acting like, you know, it is what it is. She annoys me. And so now I want to put a Facebook post up and just talk about how she gets under my skin. I don't think I like my 8-year-old. Who says that? God. Now I will say, you know, my child in a playful way, I was sad that you get on my nerves in a joking way, but then I'll be like, and I explain, and then we'll hold a conversation because it is very important that you hold conversations with your children. What a dummy. I am mad at this woman. Why are you just doing this to your child? So if the child acts out based off the relationship that you gave them, you're going to act like they're wrong. They are a child. You are the one responsible for molding the child to be who they are. You are the one responsible for telling this child, hey, you can be this. You are this. You will be great in life. You are amazing. No matter what happens in life, you will always be amazing. You are responsible for that as a mother. You are responsible for that as a mother. So if the dad, so say for instance, you ask, is the dad around? So if dad ain't around, who is the person that this child goes to? Who is this child's person? Because clearly the mom who put this on social media is going to have everybody thinking that this child is maybe disrespectful, however, because of the way she acts. So who is this child's person? This is why it bothers me. This is why I brought it to Facebook, YouTube, however, wherever you're watching from, because I just want to know, hey, lady, listen, because I don't mind. Yeah. I'm the baby's, I am the baby's adopted auntie. So here's a little public service announcement to you. Um, if you're listening, cut that shit out. That baby didn't ask to be here. Um, he did not, or she did not pick you as a parent. And when you decided to have a baby, you should have made sure that you uh, are that sole provider for her. If you're the only parent, you should make sure that you uplift this child, because you should know how this world is. You know what this world is about. So you really want your child going out in this world but feeling like the person who gave birth to them, their mother, don't give a shit about them? How does that work? So me, speaking for this is Auntie J speaking for the baby, your child, and go to a womansexperience.com and send me an email if you need assistance on how to connect with your child. We can have a conversation there, but stop acting like that. Stop treating that baby like that. But could y'all imagine how many children are going through what this child is going through, especially with how the pandemic has happened, how COVID has happened, and children who have been abused, molested, not even having food to eat. School food was the only food that they was able to have whenever they was going to school. Could you imagine what children have been going through at home during this time when they could not go to school? And then now you want them to go back to school and act like they supposed to know how to act. Could you imagine the turmoil and the stress that these children are going through? So, okay. Let's see here. D says, but nobody know what the mom may have went through in just taking it out on her child. There is always two sides to the story. And even with the mom going through, and that goes back to, and this is my opinion, even with the mom going through, and that goes back to how, old school seasoned folks say, you just need to go lay down, baby. You'll be okay. It's not okay that the mom has went through something. But it also is her responsibility that when she has children, to make sure that she is that best person for the children. And I understand about depression. I've been there myself. I understand about whatever she could have possibly went through. I may not have went through exactly what she went through. If we go with this scenario, that is not a green light to treat a child however they want to treat them. That is not okay. Although they are two sides to every story, that is not okay. Absolutely. She could have went through something. Absolutely. But Hattie says, I completely understand what living with an abusive parent from 0 to 8. Hey, listen, this is why I feel so strongly about it, because I understand that child, what she may need, that parent might not have that for her, but it is the parent's responsibility to seek help. It's even the responsibility of the persons that are around that parent who has said, okay, so I saw the mom's social media post. Okay, we see the social media post. There are people that mom is connected to who's seen that social media post. They are some mature adults who should reach out to this mom and say, hey, do you need help? There's some mature adults that should reach out and say, hey, I can talk to your child if she needs to. That is where I'm coming from. She put this on social media. So it could be very well a cry for help. Right. Absolutely. And if that's the case, instead of D says, maybe she wasn't ready to be a mom and regret it. So if that was the case, she need to ask for help instead of belittling a child who didn't ask to be here. If she wasn't ready, But that ain't what she said. She loves the 5-year-old. She loves the 5-year-old. And she says she loves the 8-year-old. So, but she needs help to how to deal with the 8-year-old. And if you guys missed me reading the story of um the article or the post that I put up, make sure you go back and listen from the beginning, because it's very well she could have regretted it. But does that make it okay, D? Does that make that okay that she can treat a baby that she gave birth to however she wants? And I'm saying if the baby is walking around there being disrespectful, then some discipline needs to come in and play. But even if she needs help with that, she need to reach out to somebody and not just handle the baby any type of way and put it on social media. I do not like my 8-year-old, is what she says. She has 2 children, a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old. And she purposely put up there, I don't like my 8-year-old. Hattie says, as a parent, you have to have control. You have the option to teach them right from wrong. And I'm pretty sure all of us get upset with a boss or a job, but we don't show our tail. Yeah. So it's definitely great if she would reach out to somebody to get some assistance with how to handle. And with me having 6 children, I definitely get mad. I ain't gonna say don't get mad. I ain't gonna say any parent don't get mad with their child. If you say that, then that's just a lie. You get mad because they didn't pick up something that you told them. You have to repeat yourself a few times and all this other stuff. But that is where you teach them this is what you're responsible to do, because this is what I told you to do. You have to do it if that's the case. So in no way do I feel like whether she was willing to be or ready to be ready to be a parent. I'm sorry. If she was ready to be a parent, that should not give her the green light to get on social media and talk down about her child in any way. If she got up there and say, hey, you guys, I need advice. And even it's her show, it's her social media, so she can put whatever she wants. But at the end of the day, I do have an opinion about it. And it makes me feel some type of way about how that child, as she describes it, is depressed. That child is hypersensitive. The child is annoying to her. She don't feel like she's going to have a relationship with this child. She envisions, she says, that she will not have a relationship with the child who doesn't have the same needs as her 5-year-old. Hattie says, exactly. Yes, I feel like the children got the burden of their parents' pain. Definitely. Absolutely. D says, no, it's not okay, but people deal with stuff differently. Like I said, we don't know the whole story behind why she posted that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I hope that if you have somebody, if you know, yeah, we don't know the story. But at the end of the day, there needs to be help for the parent and for the child, is my opinion. For the parent and the child, they need some help, because this, at the end of the day, you just don't, you get on here and say you don't like your child, and that means, hey, y'all got what? Hey, I need some help. Let's get some assistance. Hattie says they go to school and act out, whether it's through their grades or through how they interact with their teacher and their peers. Exactly. These children go through a whole bunch of stuff. Brianna Baker says, I believe that aggressive behaviors could stem from this. As an educator, a lot of times children in non loving homes make it challenging to focus in school. Absolutely. Um, so now, where you have a classroom, you have one educator. Thank you, Brianna. You have an educator, one person in a classroom full of over 20, 30, up to could be 30 some children in a classroom. You have children who are ready and willing to be interactive. You have children in that classroom who in the home, it was a whole bunch going on all night long, and they come to school and they're tired. Or you have a parent who has done got on social media and said, I don't like my child, and then she done talked about that child um uh in the household, and they can hear it, and then they supposed to go to school and be able to interact and be okay. It creates low self-esteem. It creates a whole bunch of stuff. um that even that mom could be tired. She don't work third shift. It could be far as she's trying to provide, but she's not able to give the emotional side, the nurturing side to that child, like that child needs. It could stem from a whole bunch of stuff. It makes it hard, definitely hard. The pandemic makes it even more challenging to express yourself now that you have masks and other precautions. Absolutely. I really feel like they should be extra programs set aside for children at school to reach out. The counselors, you have what, maybe one or two counselors at a school. I feel like it need to be more. Hey, but who am I? But I feel like it needs to be more to deal with those things that children have dealt with while being home. I really feel like it needs to be more because um, although we're not post yet, I feel like post COVID, there's situations with mental health that we haven't even been exposed to yet. And that's just not even with kids, that's with adults too. Adults too. So absolutely. That's my spiel um on the whole situation, as I think with the topic of her saying, I think I don't like my 8-year old. Ma'am, seek help. Get some help to find out why you don't like your 8-year old. Get some help to find out how you can get closer to your 8-year old. How can you reach that child? Because these children are totally different in different ways. All right. So, does anybody else have any comments to share? Thank you so much for you guys who gave your comments, your input. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate it. That's your input. I appreciate. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for joining. So listen, I don't want you guys to think that I'm just totally bashing the mom. Okay. But I do want you to know um, it's not okay for that 8-year old to feel the way she feel with a mom that is present. That mom needs to get the help that she needs to make sure whatever is going on with that child, to find out what's going on. Something could have happened to that child that that mom was totally not aware of, that has that child in that space. And I just want you guys to know I don't like it. I didn't like it. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to get y'all views on it. Yeah, so things could have happened, and that's why I said in the beginning, there's absolute levels to this whole situation. It wasn't, and I don't think anybody could have ever looked at this article that I read and said, whoop, that child bad. She need a whooping. But the way that she described it is like, whoo, wait, how can this mom not like her child? How can this child be walking around depressed? What has happened? So anybody that is around, and if this gets to her, the lady that was on the social media, please share that, or reach out if you are a person that's connected to her and say, hey, we need to get some help here, either for you or the baby, or for both, or for the whole household. All right. That is how I feel about the situation. So let's switch gears. All right. Let's switch gears. Um, how is y'all week going so far? It's Tuesday, and I promise you earlier today, I was like, what day is it? Because I've been really, really busy, really, really busy. But I'm so glad you guys got on. I wanted to share because I'm about to get off. I wanted to share this weekend. I have started a new series called The Unscripted Her. It's a different type of vibe with the unscripted her. You will only be able to tap into the unscripted her on YouTube. So you want to make sure that you go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. All you need to do is find my name, Jamesia Hall. Thank you to you guys that joined me from YouTube tonight. Appreciate that. Thank you for joining me from YouTube tonight. Make sure you share the link, share the love. Don't be stingy. I tell my ladies that I speak to in the mornings, don't be stingy with me. There's enough for me to share. Make sure that you share the lives on every morning at 7 a.m. I give affirmations so we can help command our day, make the day amazing. Okay. Also, make sure you go to awomensexperience.com. There you can get all the information of up and coming events that I'm having. You can also send me an email if you need to connect with me. Also, of course, let's not forget, I am your Challenge Her coach. So you can go there as well and book sessions with me. I have group sessions, I have one-on-one sessions, but there you can get more information about my life coaching that I do. Hello, hello. Oh, let's see, Hattie, what Hattie saying? For me, it's more so depressing. Okay, y'all, let me go back because I was talking about something else. So we're talking about the 8-year-old, the mom speaking on the 8-year-old, and Hattie had to say, for it's more so the depressing part, an 8-year-old on being depressed and not saying it can't happen, is just very saddened by it. And absolutely, depression is real. And I'm not, if you never experienced depression, whew, be grateful for that. I have shared before. I have shared before how I had experienced postpartum depression. I had experienced depression, and that thing was so real. Depression is real. And that is why I think I got on here so strongly about the mom saying that the child is depressed, because I have been in a place where listen, I couldn't move. I was stuck in one spot all day long in a very, very dark place. And it took a lot for me to get out of that depression. So I know how strong and heavy it was for me. So I could not imagine an 8-year-old having to deal with being depressed. And how do you as a parent help an 8-year-old get out of the depression when you say you don't even like the child? That is an issue for me. That is a huge issue for me. Hey, Adrian, that is a huge issue for me. Um, but yet again, hopefully they get the help. She put it on social media, so I hope there's a person that is there to help. Uh, Congratulations, D. But yeah, that's where I was coming from with that. That is where, you know, mental health is real and there's levels, absolute levels to it, okay? So make sure you guys if you have somebody dealing with something, if somebody reaches out to you and say, "Hey, um uh I don't think I if somebody was to come to you and say, I don't think I like my 8-year-old, huh? What you mean you don't like your 8-year-old? And if they hold a conversation with you and say all the reasons why they don't like, they're this, be that person to be the light and help them through that situation. Please do not laugh or act like it's funny or keep it moving or even let that person know or let that person think that it's okay to feel that way. Whether that person needs help or whether that we know the child needs help, be that person to be the light. That is why I brought this tonight because clearly it could very well be more people dealing with situations like that other than her, and it definitely needs to be um uh brought to the forefront. Hate says, honestly, yes, I do think it needs to be more counselors on the ground. If they have a school of 500 students, you need at least 7 or more counselors. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Hete. Thank you, Hete. Brianna says, have you heard about the Kelly situation? Brianna says, have you heard about the Kelly situation? And she's talking about Kelly Price since she went missing. Yes, I have heard about the Kelly Price situation. And I also feel like she went missing. I feel like her family, whoever they found her, but I also feel like will she will share with us what happened to her when it needs to. Do I feel like it was a mental health situation? Yes, I absolutely do. Do I feel like mental health situations are exempt from celebrities? Absolutely not. There are plenty of people in this world going through stuff, dealing with situations that no one knows of, real hard situation that no one knows of. And I feel like they should be able to share or not share with the public if they want to. My heart goes out to her because, again, I understand when you have a mental health situation how you can be stuck and not know what to do. I understand that. I totally understand how you can be stuck and not know whether you're coming or going, what's the next move, or anything. I get it. My heart goes out to her. Um, oh yeah, Hattie. It was thank you, Brianna. It was Kelly Price had I'm not even sure, like they say she was missing, but was found. She was found in different locations or whatever the case may be. But well, the reports were she was found in different places. But I really feel like, we will find out soon what was the situation. But I'm absolutely glad because when I heard about it, I was like, oh, she got kids. You know, whew, like what, I hope she's okay because we never know. We absolutely never know what is going on. Thank you, Hete. Hattie says, I truly hope the mom gets the help and attention she needs because there is something going on that makes her feel a certain type of way about her child. And I just wish her nothing but blessings and peace. Absolutely. I do the same. I absolutely do. And I got up here as um sister parent mom, sister parent mom, saying, girl, get yourself together. I do. I wish her blessings and peace. But I also say get yourself together because it's not okay. I also say reach out and get some help. Um, um, as well. Here y'all coming for me. Well. Let me get back up here. Thank you, Adrian. She says, well, I heard that she is back home recovering. She just let friends and family know, close friends and family. Absolutely, she did. Let me see. I feel like I skipped something. Uh, Shanetta, somebody said she was okay. So Shanetta said she was in the hospital with COVID. Once she got discharged, she went missing. Okay, that's what was going on. Coming out of depression is a long road to recover. Anxiety is serious. Anxiety is very serious as well. You better know it, honey. Listen, you got to understand that depression is and anxiety is two separate things, and people don't really know that. And you got to, as a person, knowing, and it goes within you knowing who you are to understand how your body moves and how you need to cope and come out of certain situations. And people around may not understand. They may not understand what you're talking about, what you're going through, because sometimes even in and it could be a lot of times, and I'm speaking for myself, when you're in it, you don't know exactly what is triggering it. You just know you're in it. And it's hard to move out of it. You get what I'm saying? So again, us as adults had to understand what it takes to come out of that place. How an 8-year-old gonna do it? An 8-year-old don't even know whether they're coming or going. All they know is mama say, go get this, go get in the bed. A mama tells a child what they need to do. So how would an 8-year-old who is still understanding, trying to learn who they are, how would they know how to come out of depression and they don't even know what's going on? That child doesn't even know what depression is. Mom knows because she labeled and said that she had depression. Hattie says, I'm the same way. Talk. I'm saying the way I do not talk to a lot of people. So if something is going wrong with me, I let my inner circle know because too much outside noise causes confusion. And when you already in a confused state, it's hard to um, express what's really going on when you don't know. It's a person who is really connected to you to understand how you need to move in certain situations. It has to be a person who is truly connected to you that will understand. I pray for everyone going through life struggles. Absolutely. Wait a minute. I think I skipped something. She said she had died and they had to bring her back to life. She had COVID. Oh wow. I didn't hear that, but that's major. I'm glad she's okay. And D is speaking of the Kelly Price situation. I pray for everyone going through life struggle. Absolutely, because it's real, and you need somebody. Listen, when you don't understand, y'all don't. Come on, y'all, cut it out. But when you don't understand, you need somebody to know and pray, strength, give you guidance and strength in the situation. All right, you guys. All right, but yeah, um, we need to make sure We need to make sure we are very compassionate to situations like that. And again, that is why I wanted to talk about that situation tonight, because as adults, if we don't even, we're trying to figure out certain things, it is a lot. Yes, anxiety and depression is something that you don't play with, and I hope everyone is able to find someone to help them through that transition into peace and healthiness. Absolutely. Because it's a road. So you have to have somebody connected to you to understand that road and know what to do to bring you out, to be there. If it's nothing but to just look at you and breathe while you're trying to breathe, if they are that person, they will understand. Absolutely. Kelly Price did a whole interview with TMZ and said that she died and that they had to bring her back to life. She wasn't missing. She had COVID and recovering. Okay. Okay. So let me make sure I end on this note here. Because we did talk about depression and anxiety tonight. If you are a person who is dealing with anxiety or depression or anything if you are a person that's dealing with something and you just do not have clarity, you in a down space. It is hard for you to move around. It's hard for you to understand your movements from day to day. You're struggling. You can be good one day and it can be an off day the next. Make sure you reach out to me on a womansexperience.com. Send an email. The only eyes that will see it will be me. And I will make sure that I can connect you to someone who can help you. I am not that person. I am a life coach who can motivate, help you be accountable, cheer you on, push you. I can challenge you. But first, if you are a person who is dealing with depression or anxiety or any mental health issue, make sure you can send an email and I can connect you. I can send you where you need to go for a licensed therapist. Okay. But don't hesitate because I understand the space. Okay. Um, do not hesitate. Absolutely do not hesitate. Okay. You guys, I appreciate you guys getting on. Brianna says, that's true. There are so many layers to that situation with Kelly Price as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. That we would truly never know what all entails it was, but long as she get the help she need, regardless of whatever she say or what the tabloid whatever they say, as long as she get the help she needs is what matters. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys for joining me tonight. I missed y'all. It's been a minute. I absolutely missed you guys, but I'm so glad you got on here and was able to share your thoughts with me tonight. I appreciate you taking out that time. I appreciate the ones who was actually able to be open and share about your own situations of anxiety or depression. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for joining. And what if people, D says, what if people are there, but they don't allow them to be when they're dealing with depression or anxiety? You have to allow that person to connect with whoever they feel safe with, or be able to breathe, or be that, or get a true understanding of what they're dealing with before you can help, because you don't know if you're really helping by the way what they're going through. So you definitely have to make sure you're understanding truly of what's going on to be that person to help. And then come back and revisit and see if that works. But just make sure you understand the totality of what's going on, and don't put an expectation on the person to move how you think they should move, because they're not even really clear on the movements that they have on their own. So you have to make sure you're well educated. If you want to be that person to help, you have to be well educated on what's going on and what you can and cannot do, and what buttons to push and not push, touch, or just sit. You have to know. You absolutely have to know. Thank you guys again for joining. Good night. Someone says, stay blessed. Absolutely. I want you guys to make sure you jump on in the morning. The reminders are there to make sure you jump on in the morning for the morning affirmations so that you have an amazing Wednesday and enjoy the rest of your week. We definitely going to command it in the morning. So are you going to be here? Are you going to be that person to get up here and make sure that your day and everything is going well? Absolute Adrian, listen. She says, I don't like when someone says, I know how you feel if you never be. I know how you feel. How would they know how you feel if they've never been there? That's what I'm saying. With depression and anxiety, you don't know how a person feels because it's not even clear in their own head what is going on. They are trying to get an understanding. That's why they're stuck. Okay. So you just have to be that person. If that person is, if you are going through something, if you're going through depression and you are that person, they will understand how to move, not to move. It's a puzzle. I promise you. There's no correct way, but you just have to figure out with that person that you're dealing with how to move for them. And if be that person, let them know, listen, go get some help. Do not, don't be that seasoned person said, baby, just go lay down. It'll be all right. Maybe in the morning it'll be okay. Don't be that. Don't do that. Mm-mm. Don't do that, please. Please don't do that. All right. You guys, I have to go, but I enjoyed spending this time with you tonight. I truly, absolutely enjoyed spending this time with you tonight. I appreciate you guys for getting on. Before we get off, make sure you share. Make sure you share the live tonight. Make sure, and so we can still get the opinion of others. Okay. Make sure you have an amazing rest of your evening. And then join me in the morning for our affirmations. Okay. I absolutely love you guys. Make sure you protect your energy. And if they have a problem with you protecting your energy, tell them to come see me. Send them to me. I have a little word for them. All right. Love you guys.